Brought to you by Express Care Health and Skin Center. Get in, get out, get better.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are talking about skin and aging. Dr. Jitka Lom has given us some great advice, and we want to get now to some of our viewer questions. Lisa from Maina asks, does the higher the SPF really mean more protection from the sun?
Great question. So the SPF again tells us about sun protection factor. It's measured in 30 and up for Guam purposes, and it protects you from UVB rays, which cause aging and sunspots and brown spots. UVA is found in that broad spectrum label that we were talking about. Broad spectrum prevents you from the UVA rays that cause cancer. And it's important to understand that you've got to apply a lot of sunscreen, and every 2 or 3 hours, because it gets absorbed and then you're unprotected. So putting it on just in the morning is really not enough. You have to keep reapplying.
Okay. What ingredients, this is from Carrie from Enarahan, what ingredients should I look for in a moisturizer for my face? And you were talking about creams earlier.
Yes. Well, there are so many ingredients. Like you said, you can read a bottle and there's 60 things in there. You have no idea what is important. But basically, moisturizers will have humectants. Those are things that put water back into your skin. They will have emollients that makes your skin smooth, and they'll have occlusives. That's something that will be like greasy or oily to try to retain the moisture within their skin. So there's those 3 main ingredients, and then there's all kinds of other fragrances and stuff. So if you find something that has glycerin in it, some hyaluronic acid in it, and some kind of oil, those are usually the 3 best things that you can find in there. Usually the less the better.
Okay. Francis from Chalapago asks, is there a regular regime to keeping my skin healthy and preventing aging?
Well, let's start with washing our face twice a day with warm water and being gentle, not scrubbing it. Exfoliation you read a lot about, but you could just do that once or maximum twice a week to help get the dead layers of skin off. Using your sunscreen and your moisturizer is very important. Eating a healthful diet, taking a vitamin, these are all very basic things that make a big difference down the road. I think those would be the most important things.
Now, we talked that we're going to have this on a future segment about vitamins.
Yeah.
But what kind of vitamins help in anti-aging maybe, or healthy skin?
Healthy skin, yeah. A multivitamin will help you pretty much with everything, but you do need to get your A, C, E, and vitamin D. Those 4 would be very critical for your skin. And a little bit of fish oil is also extremely helpful for anti-inflammatory effects.
All right, Jerry from Jigo asks, do products that boast anti-aging serums really work? And we see them on the commercials all the time.
Well, let's put it this way. There's no rules about labeling for cosmetic products. Sunscreen is actually considered a drug under the FDA, and so therefore it's actually required to be tested, and you have to have proof that it really is sunscreen. But for other cosmetics, you actually don't. You can say it's whatever you want. And therefore, there's a lot of variability. And sometimes just because a bottle costs $200 does not mean that it's really worth that amount of money. So to answer the question, sometimes.
Okay. Nancy from Tumon asks, can my eczema contribute to aging?
It can. Eczema is extremely dry skin, sensitive, dry, and itchy skin. And especially if it's on your face, there's going to be a lot of rubbing because your skin's dry and you're itchy. And it's not hydrated, so it's not repairing itself as well as it normally would. And then, yes, you will have much more wrinkling and accelerated aging. So eczema is a chronic, meaning long-term condition, but it can be controlled very well with medication and proper care.
Okay, and one thing I wanted to ask, and this isn't from our viewer questions, this is actually from me.
Sure.
You were talking about alcohol and, that being a drying factor. So with, this day and age, we always see antibacterial this, especially the hand sanitizers.
Definitely.
What is your take on hand sanitizers? Because every time you put it on, you think, I notice my hands kind of feel really dry, and when I read it, it says alcohol, and it says highly flammable, and I'm thinking, what am I doing putting this on?
Great question. Yeah, so actually, hand sanitizers are better than nothing if you don't have running water. But the best thing to do is go to the restroom, use a mild soap, and wash your hands for 30 seconds and get the germs germs off. If you think about it, what are you doing with hand sanitizer? You're using alcohol to kill bacteria and let them sit on your hands. They're still there. They haven't gone anywhere. They're still on your hands. Not to mention the irritation that you get from hand sanitizer. So we do often see in the clinic people who've been using a lot of hand sanitizer and have really quite severe rashes from it. So you're absolutely right. So hand sanitizer in an emergency, better use the restroom, wash your hands, and get the germs off.
Okay, good to know. Thanks for that.
You're
All right,
welcome.
any other tips that you want to give to our viewers out there? And I know at Express Care, you all specialize in anti-aging and just keeping people's skin looking good.
We do. And I guess I would just say, don't wait till things are really quite serious or out of hand. There are many small things that you can do early on that we can help you with that will make a big difference. Little things can make a big difference. And your most important anti-aging cream is your sunscreen.
All right, good to know. Thank you, Doc, for all the great information. Dr. Lom will be back again next week, and we will be talking about brittle bones. That's osteoporosis. If you've got a question, don't be shy. Send it to healthyliving@KUAM.com or post your question on our Facebook wall or, of course, on our website. Stay tuned.